All right, it is episode 400, and I have the 400 biggest problems I see with people over 40 trying to lose weight. That's right, the 400 biggest problems. If you had a problem or have a problem with losing weight, I'm going to go over 400 of the biggest problems in just a minute. Welcome to my backyard. Welcome to another edition, episode number 400 of the Daily Dose. And what better than to celebrate 400 episodes later in the Daily Dose with actually sharing with you 400 of the biggest problems that I've seen people have with trying to lose weight. There's so many problems, right? There's so many. I hear all kinds of issues, challenges, struggles, but there's really 400, and I'm going to give you those in just a minute. So bear with me and know this won't be a 24-hour Daily Dose. This will just be a few minutes. I want to know when you come in here, if it's live or if it's on a replay. Just drop down if you're joining here this morning live. Welcome to my backyard, and let's take a look here. Let's take a little interruption here. Let's see if I can do this. Let's see what the squirrel is doing. Look at that's our bird feeder, our squirrel feeder. Like, let's check them out. Let's see these, just so you know, public service announcement. Those squirrel feeders that they're supposed to, or bird feeders are supposed to get your squirrels away from, look at it, is just tearing up those seeds. Let's see how much. Look, he's going to eat 4, 5, 6 of them. He's going to tear them up quick, and then look. There you go. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, so enough of that. And that was just a little public service announcement. If you have a bird feeder in the backyard and you have squirrels, chances are you're feeding the squirrels. So, all right, the first biggest problem out of the 400 really is actually 397 of them. All right, so we're going to just fast forward to 397 of the 400 biggest problem. My mouth is tongue-tied today, is 397 is that you take 397 drastic measures, unsustainable approaches to lose weight. And how do I know? Because I've heard from people over the years who've tried. They try this, and they try cleanse, and they try a wrap, and they try keto, and they try starvation, and they try juice cleanses, and they try the cabbage diet, and they try the cookie diet, and they try the injections, they try the HCG, they try the 904 thins, and they try the Weight Watchers, they try, oh my gosh. So 397 of them, they're just drastic measures. And why is that? Let's actually just unravel that for a moment. Why is it that we go after those drastic extreme measures? Because we want instant. We want it now. We want it. That's what our society is about now. Instant, right? Instant, right? You get on a call for customer service and they make you wait for 2 minutes. Oh my gosh, right? You go to a drive-through and you have to, drive through and actually wait behind 3 cars. Oh my gosh, right? Like nothing right now in this world. We have no patience for anything else in this world, right? Just give me now. Mind, and let me have it. Instant, right? Unfortunately, that's just not how it works. If you want sustainability, if you want a solution, the reason why you probably still have a problem losing weight is that you fell into that trap. And again, the problem with falling into that trap is like you get out of one trap, you get out of one drastic measure to lose weight, and guess what? Then you step into another one. It's just packaged a different way. You step into another one, right? And then it gets packaged a different way. And then you're like, oh, you step out of one drastic measure, and then you see somebody else, and you're like, oh, this person lost a bunch of weight, right? Oh, I better try that extreme measure. That's going to be the thing. I've only been struggling with my weight loss for the past 10 years, and it should only take me 10 days to get that solved. That's it. I've been struggling for 20 years, Mark, so I should be able to do that in a week and a half and get that weight off. Well, there are extreme measures. You want to go extreme, you can go the route of the surgeries, and you can go have that. But can I tell you, I've talked to more than my fair share of people who have already gone down that route. They've gone to the extreme level because they've tried the extreme drastic measures for so many years, and now they're just completely at a loss, and they're 100 plus pounds overweight. And then the next thing you know, they're going to that extreme method, which is having surgery, right? Whether it's to have it removed or actually to have the bypass surgery or whatever, any of those variations. And then guess what? That's not a solution either. It's actually just a temporary fix. It's like kind of a band-aid. You still actually have to change your habits and your lifestyle regardless. So that's the first one. So that's number 1 through 397. So number 1 through 397. Now number 2, and I listed these out. It goes on this other thing that's, gosh, I know some of them you're going to get mad, but the truth is you're treating your scale as a god. The scale has become an idol. The reason why people struggle so badly, they struggle, and it's one of the biggest problems. It's, number 398. So the 398th, 397 is the 397 extreme ways to lose weight quick. Now, 398, the 398th is that the scale has become your god. You truly put all your emphasis, all your eggs in the scale basket, so to speak, and you step on there and you believe that that's the end all be all. Like that's it. You're living and dying by the scale. In other words, you get on the scale on Monday, you already went off track. You overate, you drank too much, you didn't drink water, you didn't exercise. The scale is not going to say something favorable. But you still treat it as a god because you still step on it, and then you still believe that that's where your value is. And I would say that's usually the reason why. But the reality is in a weight loss journey, to get it off, it takes time, it takes patience, it takes perseverance. It takes actually understanding the scale is just a measure, one simple measuring tool. That's it. In fact, I've had many people in my program, and I make them. My students not only they weigh in, but they also have to take measurements and pictures, and they have to share how they're feeling. So there's lots of variations, lots of variables that we measure on a weekly basis, even a daily basis, with how they're making progress, right? Progress isn't just the number on the scale. Even though you see me share with me success stories of people losing weight, that's one of the goals, right? And how they're feeling better and measuring they're fitting in clothes better, so forth, so on, and energy levels and all that good stuff, right? So it's only one measure. So stop making the scale a god. The scale is not a god, please. And in fact, maybe for some of you, maybe you need to get off the scale altogether. You need to throw it out and remove all the scales in your house altogether. Does that make sense? So that's the second. That's 398. Okay, so you got two more, 399. Here's one of the biggest problems that I see with people over 40. Now I'm talking over 40, but it's under 40. But the reality is, as we get older, again, that's where the 397 extreme methods, 397, because now you're over 40 and you've already tried all those quick fixes. You've tried all those drastic measures and none of them worked. Well, they worked. Oh, Mark, when I did this, it worked. But I'm still struggling with 40 pounds. Well, it didn't work if the weights came back on. It didn't work. It's not a solution. So the third thing, and the problem is after you're in your 40s and your 50s, is you just stop believing in yourself. So the third thing, which is 399, is you stop believing in yourself. So 397 things were the extreme drastic measures. 398 was that the scale became really a god in your life. And then 399 is that you just stop believing in yourself. You don't believe. You're like, Mark, I'm just too old. I'm just too late. I've struggled with this for years. I've been struggling with this for 25 years and I can't get it off. I can't get this weight off. I've tried and I asked, well, how long have you actually tried one particular plan? I tried keto for like 5 weeks and I lost some weight and then I put it back on. 5 weeks. You've been struggling for 20 years and you're expecting a solution in 5 weeks. Or, you go on and you get sold into believing you can get 50 pounds off in, a month. And that doctor told you, hey, yeah, you take these pills under your tongue, you eat 500 calories and you're good to go. And that's the solution that you need and you'll be fixed forever. It's not. It's bullshit. Excuse the language. Apologize for the vulgarity here. But I have to just kind of make sure that you are aware that it's BS. It's complete BS. So you got to believe in yourself. Now, if you're 45, 50, how are you going to believe in yourself? Are you going to believe in yourself by believing there's more? There's more to come in your life. If you're, say, 48 or 49 or maybe even 59 or maybe even older, you have a lot of life left if you believe that there's a lot of life left. If you just going to go through it feeling sorry about it and, being the victim and giving up, that's kind of the last one. The 400 will go right into the last one because it kind of segues into it. The 400th biggest problem that I see with people over 40 trying to lose weight is you give up, you quit. You give up too easily. Now, what's kind of crazy is, and I get it. Sometimes you're like, Mark, you just don't understand my life. It's a train wreck. I'm getting divorced. like my health is, I'm taking all these medications now. I'm diabetic. I have chronic illnesses, and I have knee replacements, and I'm depressed, and I'm taking medications. Well, all of those things, a lot of those things are caused because of the direction you've been taking for the many amount of years. I'm not talking about your divorce. I'm just talking about their circumstances. But it can be easy to give up. But the reality is, if the only way you fail at this, the only way you fail at losing weight is if you give up. It doesn't matter if you've been struggling. Let me ask you this: if you've been struggling for 20 years, if you've been struggling since your kids were born, right? I hear this all the time from moms and even dads. It's like, Mark, I've been struggling since we started a family, and my kids are now in their 20s. They're out of the house, and it's been about 20 years since I've really felt good about myself. It's been about 20 years since I've actually felt confident. It's been about 20 years since I've actually been okay in my own skin, uncomfortable in my own skin. Mark, it's been 20 years since I've actually looked in the mirror and actually smiled at the way I looked in the mirror. And I'm going to tell you this now, is that the only way that you will lose in this battle is if you quit. And I don't know. And even if you may feel like you already quit on yourself, the good news is you can start over. You can start fresh. I believe in you. And even if you don't believe 100% in yourself, surround yourself with people who are going to believe in you. What do you think part of my coaching program is about? Is when people don't maybe have that full belief yet in themselves, is to surround themselves with others who are succeeding, surrounding themselves with people that have already done what you want to achieve, who's already lost the weight, who's already been around people, who's helped people, who's had a track record of success with people that can encourage you and inspire you and help you get on the right path. Does that make sense? So over, the 400 biggest problems, the biggest problems that I see with people over 40 losing weight, 397 of them are all those drastic measures that it takes for you to lose the weight. And then the 398th is the scale. It's your God. Stop letting the scale be your God, and stop putting all of your emphasis on the scale. I had a woman one time, I'll never forget, and she had worked, and this was when I had a gym. Actually, I've had this come up several times. Well, let's just say this woman, Martha, and she worked out in my gym. She busted her butt. She was eating healthy, busted her butt. I even saw her workouts. And she was so mad at me, so angry at me after like 3 months of working out. And she's like, Mark, I'm really mad. I actually put on, I've been working out hard, I've been eating healthy, and I put on 3-4 pounds. I think it was 3 or 4 pounds. And I just don't understand it. And then we had to have a heart-to-heart, and we talked, and we said, okay, well, where else are we measuring? And we talked about clothes, and next thing she told me, she's like, yeah, my clothes are falling off. I don't even understand what's happening. I even look and I see muscles on my body in the mirror. I can't believe the transformation that's happening. Yet the scale is going up in weight. And she was still upset, despite making the body transformation. And we saw the pictures before and afters. We were taking them, and she saw the changes, and she was so pressed on just what the scale said that became her God. And unfortunately, she ended up leaving the gym, and I would say it's sad because she actually did really, really well. She was a tremendous success. I shared with you my success story pictures from before and after, where I was the same weight, but my body is transformed. So again, the scale is not, please just remove it as your God. Get rid of it, smash it with a sledgehammer, throw it out if you need to, or just realize that it's just one measuring tool. Right now, the last two things is believe in yourself. All you got to do is have a little bit of belief that you can. And the only way to do that is to not quit. When you stop trying, when you stop thinking that you can improve, you can get healthier, you can even just chalk it up like, Mark, you can just sit back. It's like, no, I've already worked out. I've already been in shape. I know what that's like. And, I'm getting older now. I'm just going to chillax and retire. And I'm just going to let life pass. Hey, you only live once, and you're going to die one of these days. So you might as well live it up. You might as well enjoy life to the fullest. And you might as well just, let your cards fall, whatever the cliche is, right? Or until something happens, right? Until your doctor tells you got to be on medication, until you have an extra 30 pounds that you've been carrying around for a year. And then your doctor's telling you, well, your knee's worn out. Now you need a new knee. And then guess what? You have a new knee. And then you have an extra 30 pounds that you're going to be carrying around on top of that knee that's now brand new, but it's going to wear out quicker. Tell me, I've heard just about all of the things. And the only way, again, the only way you're going to succeed, that's the most important, the 400th biggest problem is that you give up too easy. Please don't give up on yourself. Get yourself, surround yourself, do whatever you need, invest in yourself, be resourceful. People tell me, Mark, it's expensive to have a coach. I know so many people that have become resourceful. If it matters to you, you'll find a way. If it does not, you will find an excuse. And that is flat out the God's honest truth. If it matters to you enough, you will find a way. Trust me, I've been in situations where things mattered to me enough and I didn't think I had the resource to be able to do it, yet I found a way. And it didn't just come from praying. I actually had to take the action steps. Sometimes you actually have to take a risk, even if it's overwhelming, because nothing is worse in life. Nothing is more worse in life than not just being overwhelmed, but being underwhelmed. That's my question to you is, do you want to go through life being underwhelmed? Overwhelm is not a bad thing. In fact, I find that pushes me sometimes to my next level, to grow and to learn and to get better and to improve, is by actually being not in a state of overwhelm, like being overwhelmed to a point where, again, I'd rather be overwhelmed than underwhelmed any day of the week. So I hope this message found you well. And Lake, I'll tell you what, good morning to you. I didn't say hello. Lisa and Lana and Kathy and Megan, Tom, hey man, yeah, Rita, thanks, appreciate you, Tom. And Lisa, the inches are cooler than pounds. Yes, inches are way cooler than pounds. So listen, this is an episode of the Daily Dose 400. I hope you were drawn in. Listen through this. If you're just catching and you're coming on the replay, let me know. If this was valuable to you, then please share it with somebody. That's it. I want to get this on as many eyeballs as possible. And you take care and God bless. And listen, if you need help with weight, if you have 30, 40 pounds to lose, what are you waiting for? We are 400. I know some of you may have watched since the beginning, since 400 days ago. Maybe you've been following me for a couple of years. Again, there's nothing special here other than I'm going to be one of the most consistent people that you will ever meet. And consistency is truly the key. Consistency is the key. You can't be consistent if you give up. So please don't give up. Don't quit on yourself. Stop doing those diets. Stop living by the scale. Believe in yourself just a little bit and get the help that you need. Take care and God bless.